I do need to learn more about your culture. My question to you is, when are you going to learn about my culture?
Oh, here we fuck. Oops, wrong platform. I thought this was Patreon. Anyway, I'm gonna continue anyway, man. I like the intro, but listen, here we freaking go with Riley. Tell us about the culture, Riley.
I'll give you an example. You call me fat and ugly in front of people. What?
I say you are ugly, you are very bad.
You really said that?
Yeah.
Now, I will say this though, I do agree with his standpoint about the fact that, you know, she was insulting him in a public setting. So far, I'm with it. Let's continue.
All right. In my culture, in America, that's rude, that's disrespectful, especially when a woman says that about the man that she's with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I get in with my kid, my friend, or you.
Now, this is the part where, well, it gets freaking interesting. What's going on, people? What's going on, people? What's going on, people? You know, the more and more I see Riley on the screen, the more and more I sit and I say to myself, this guy is pretty much, has Americans like to say, a scum bag. Yeah. And as we go through this video, you're going to see why. Because to be honest with you, I'm not happy with his tone. I'm not happy with his angle. I'm not happy with the way he tried to put Violet in a certain corner. But I'll get to why throughout the video. Let's get it.
I seen one other person of my skin complexion here in the whole time I've been here. You're not accustomed to us, so when you say it, it sounds like...
Oh, look at that. He's bringing in being a black man as an example. I really hate it when people use the race card. It's one of the most lamest excuses we can ever use in this world. Sometimes it is necessary. I agree, sometimes. But a lot of the times, why do we use it? Is that your best response? I'm sorry, but like, Sheila never sat there. Violet never sat there in a shop with this other woman saying, yeah, he's black, ugly, fat, for a black, you know what I mean? There was never any complexion used. No color was ever used, no race, no nothing. She just said, in a joking manner, to one person. This guy is acting as if she has said this to the whole of Vietnam. And don't get it twisted, I know about Vietnam. I got a friend who teaches out there. He told me when he was there, like, he was like a celebrity because being black there is like, it's like a myth, you know what I mean? But if she was joking with one person, and she was, well, allegedly joking, and she was calling you old and fat, ugly, tell me, where does that come in line with being black? Why is he using the race card? For what reason? And this is my point. This is why he's a scumbag. Because he's trying to make her feel really, really bad. And the saddest thing about it is because he's insecure, because he's still trying to overstand. But no. We have gone past the overstand part, and we're gonna get to why. Let's get it.
It's an attack. Because we're not light or whatever it may be. I'm already a spectacle.
It's an attack because you're not light. I'm already a spectacle. I mean, I agree with the spectacle part because, you know, you're the only person there, you know, very minimal. I get it. But can somebody please tell me, when did Violet attack him? Yes, she violated him in public, you know, in terms of obviously being in a shop, you know, obviously taking the mick out of his looks and him being overweight, pretty much. But where was the attack of racism, though? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. That's the only question that I want to know. But I have the answer for that, though. And we're going to get to it because there's more to come, you see? Because this is just phase one of him being a scum bag. Phase one. We're about to get to phase two real quick.
I'm a black man in this country, and they're already looking at me differently because I'm 6'4", I am dark, and when you say, oh, he's ugly, you start feeding the stereotype that if...
I'm sorry, feeding what stereotype? Are you trying to say there's a stereotype that black men are ugly? Like, bruh, I don't know where that stereotype be happening, but boy, I can tell you this now. The only stereotype that I know about being black is that melanin is sexy, melanin is beautiful. You know what I mean? As far as I'm concerned, a whole lot of women of an opposite race always want to be with the mandingo, if you dig what I'm saying. And nowadays, a whole lot of people want to be having mixed children too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where this guy's talking about this stereotype about being dark, black, and ugly. Bro, I don't know how you was raised. I don't know what you've been through, but we do not relate in that in the slightest.
If you're light skinned black, you're prettier versus dark skinned black. It's very hurtful and disrespectful.
Please, please, for Lord of mercy, someone tell me, when did this become a topic? When did she do anything to make him feel like being dark is ugly and being light is better looking? When did she do that? Now, of course, I know what conversation he's talking about. Trust me. I know all about the colorism. I know all about the black community and how someone with a light complexion can be da-da-da-da. I know all about that, right? So don't think I'm not educated. My point is, where is that relevant in your conversation? She called you fat and ugly. Get over it. You must have got over it because you're still here. But like I said before, I'm going to get to the point of why I'm calling him a scumbag. And now, we're here.
But I'm hoping that Tiffany can get Violet to open up a little bit more if I'm not around. Maybe she's holding back because it's me there, and hopefully they'll have a real candidate.
So this guy, they're out now for dinner date, okay? And it's funny because each time she says, let's just have a nice evening, he finds a way to ruin it. Last episode, let's have a nice evening. You come and meet my family. He goes and he meets the family, and all he wants to do is talk about how she has mugged him off and how she has not behaved in the way that is appropriate, and how pretty much, she just asked them questions. So he goes to her house where her family's there and tries to get answers in front of her family. And I figured out why, because he likes to corner her, you see? He likes to make her feel as if like she hasn't got a choice but to answer. He used the race card just to make her feel completely bad when he really didn't need to use the race card. Now, then obviously before that, he thought that if he questioned her in front of the family that she would have to, cough up some answers. That didn't work. Now, he's pretending to go to the toilet so he can leave her with the phone while his friend Tiffany asks the questions for him. Somebody tell me, can you see the picture here? You see why I'm calling him what I'm calling him? Because at the end of the day, it seems to me, because he's not man enough to have an actual conversation with Violet, in the right way, it seems to me as if he's doing whatever he can to F things up. Listen, just pay attention real quick.
The conversation.
No, you are absolutely beautiful. I think your hand is hiding your face.
Oh, thank you. Riley, he say you are look like his sister.
Ah, what a lovely compliment. Lovely compliment. But anyway, let's just say 5.
That's my brother, and I love him. And he keeps telling me that she may be the one. And so I want to know, kind of how do you feel about him?
And then all of a sudden, what happens?
He's a good man. He's a girl.
He's a good guy. Yeah, he is. So he had said that you wanted him to, like, you guys had met on a dating site. And then he said that you...
I thought you was going to the toilet so you can leave your friend Tiffany to ask her the question, because you was afraid that maybe she doesn't answer it because you was there. But then he returns when the question comes. This guy loves drama. He loves drama. I'm telling you, he's already gone past the stage of overstanding at this point. Because the fact is, though, right, this man went from having a PI to then not having a PI to then traveling all the way to Vietnam. And since he's been in Vietnam, he has done nothing to try and actually connect with his woman. Everything he has done since he has been here in Vietnam has been very simple. He has tried to question at every single point. Now, I am not saying that he's wrong for wanting to get answers. What I am saying is that he's wrong for traveling all the way to Vietnam to get answers off of someone that has not been giving him answers this whole time. So instead, he pays all that money to go see her, to try and get answers, but the way he's going about it is ridiculous. His whole idea is, I'm just going to try and ask in front of her family. And now I'm going to get my friend to do it. He's trying to corner her in every single step of the way. And what does that scream? That screams insecurity. That screams, I do not trust you. That screams, clearly we shouldn't be together. But for some reason, he keeps ignoring the part of where they just shouldn't be together because he needs to overstand. You can't tell me traveling all that way to confront someone the way you're doing it is the way of you overstanding. Huh? He should be embarrassed of himself. going on national TV and allowing himself to be portrayed in this manner. Embarrassing. Embarrassing. Using the race card. The race card is what bothered me the most though. Because that came out of nowhere. And man started talking about being enlightened. Where did that come from? Was there a part that she insulted your race off camera that we didn't see? I'm pretty sure if that did happen, I'm pretty sure TLC would have either shown it, or you would have been like, no, I don't want to be in the show no more. If you're that strong about race. The way I see it, I don't really think he really cares that much. I think he's one of those people that likes to use race as an excuse every now and then when it suits him. But in reality, he could give a flying monkey's butt. We continue.
You were like, once you guys started getting really connected, then you were like, okay, I don't want you on the app, which I understand if I was dating somebody, but why were you still on the app after you were adamant about him not being on the app?
Man, Tiffany's coming in. Look at him getting comfortable next to her too.
Because that's weird, that's a little strange to me.
She's asking why, after you told me to delete the app, why were you still on the app?
You know, I actually do feel sorry for her. I generally do. You know, I never thought I would, but I do feel sorry for her because goddamn, this is not the way. You know, I feel like she's on the page of where she's still trying to actually get to know him, and she's trying to get to that good side of him. But all he keeps doing is showing that annoying side of himself, that questionnaire side of himself. It's crazy because in the early episodes, she messaged his dad talking about how all he ever does is think of him. All he ever does is just talks about himself, and you know, it's all about me, da 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 da, and he hated it. And it's crazy because the more and more I watch this guy, and the more and more I think about what was said then, the more and more it makes sense. Some people in his life are just very fascinating.
Still gonna do my thing, that's real talk.
Right. She's asking you a question. Why are you looking at me? She wants to hear from you.
Why you do that?
Let me ask you.
Man is being hella aggressive. She's asking you a question. Why are you looking at me? Raw, man, pipe yourself down. And do you know what's so crazy? He spoke about how, oh, I'm in a country where I'm a spectacle, whatever he said, right? As a black tall man, da 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 da. But now he's in a restaurant in Vietnam, projecting his voice in front of the public. He talked about the stereotypical nonsense, even though his stereotypical and he used was incorrect in my opinion. It was correct depending on the context. But he talked about all these stereotypes, but yet he's in a restaurant acting like an angry black man. I thought he was paranoid by stereotypes. Funny, isn't it, how he would come to her house, meet the family, give the stereotypical black man, shall I say, persona, going in there, asking questions. I wouldn't say it was overly aggressive or aggressive to whatnot, but in a way that could easily be read as being aggressive. Now we're in a situation where we are in a restaurant, in public. Told you, this guy, he's the kind of person that uses his race card when he suits him best. Wow.
Your question. When I was at your house and your family asked me questions, did I answer them?
I'm asking you, why did you not delete the app?
I mean, listen, as far as I'm concerned, she does not have to answer a goddamn thing. Definitely not now. Definitely not now. To be honest with you, if I was her now in this situation, I would happily walk away, block him, and never speak to him again. It's just that simple. And listen, I'm not ignoring where she has been in the wrong. I'm just saying that the way he's going about it is even worse. He had the option to break up with her and save his money, but instead he's paid to travel to confront her in any way possible. And he wants this. And he said that he came there to find out if they're compatible. He said that he came there to see if he could make things work. Since he's been there, he's done nothing but not make anything work. He's done nothing but just make everything be a whole da 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 da. And listen, I don't blame him for wanting answers. I don't blame him. But like I said before, there's a way to go around it. You guys let me know what you're thinking down below and talk about it. Don't forget to like, sub, and of course, peace.